We need to make some technical adjustments to everything. We need a microphone that reaches over to the desk. We need to find batteries for this microphone. This is the one we really want to be using. So this is a lapel mic. So first order of business. So batteries for this. What kind of batteries do we have in it? It's a little donkey battery. Also, Frosty, this is a really good mic for you. We're talking about mics for you the other day. About 10 quid or something. That on Amazon. It's called the Boya by M1. Right, battery. Battery is an ALR44. If it remind me later on, I'll have a look at headsets and mics for you. Don't need to spend a lot of money on them. One's a really cheap mic. This one's a bit more expensive, but does the same job. Think a good idea. I forget. LR44. I wonder if I've any of these. Battery cupboard down the stairs. I'll be back in 1 minute. I need to go and grab something. Unmute. Hey. Oh, it's Omega. She's like lurking around. What's she up to? Right, let's see. I think what we need to do is make a. So we need to direct this to. Beg your pardon. Uh, nope. Nope. Where the hell is it? remember the colour of the holes for microphones. Pink or green? That one. Try the next. Epoch Cam Audio. But if I don't have Epoch Cam, however, see if that makes. Nope. I'll look in here then. Funnel. Not that. It's not that. Is it detecting both? Okay, that's interesting. That means it's picking up. So is it still echoing? Yeah, I muted it. We're trying to find an audio. Oh, we'll come up with a short-term solution. Allows it. Hopefully you can. Ah. We got the try hard case. Right, Amazon warehouse, mate. Brand new. Not even. Yeah. Isn't it? House. Somewhere a nice little magnetic snap close. Box undamaged. Brand new. Never used. Was advertised as he owned, and I think I got it at half price. Only damage from the box. Well, to answer Omega's question, you're going to talk in my ear with both because I can hear Discord talking in my ear and I can hear the stream talking in my ear. Both work. One's enough. Right. So this should hopefully solve the issue. Might hear it, but headset. That one. Nice. Up there. That one. Right then. Oops. Look, it's been a trial by error day, okay? It's fucking too hot for this shit. So this should now be working through this microphone. I don't know how tinny or how bad it sounds, but it does need a bit of filtering. It also needs a bit of adjustment. So let's turn it down. Just fucking Jesus! Look, why is somebody shouting in my ears? No, no, you. Calm down, woman. Calm down. Yeah. Right then. Is that any better? Is that working? So we can move that one out the fucking way because we're not using that anymore. Why are you shouting ow? Poor Matty. Not done anything. Right. So we've now got a workaround for me using the headset and being able to move around in the audio. I might need to go in and change some settings on it later because I've not looked at compression and all the rest of it. Some technical stuff involving microphones on the streaming software. It's called OBS, which is Open Broadcasting Source. So Frosty, this was the thing I was talking to you about the other day there. If you're going to start streaming and you want to get into it and like having scene transitions so that you can do things like this, to be able to remotely control everything, then you can use an old mobile phone. Let's put that off the way. And have a tablet set up with buttons on it that allows you to change your sources so that you just press little buttons and it will then transition. But also, it allows you to build your overlay up so you can see different bits that's going on. But yeah, so that's that. Right then, today's project, or the next project, because I've fitted that on the ceiling, and a whole pile of other things. We've also managed to come up with a workaround so that we can use this. PCs. Wow. I've got too many PC parts. I have got way too many PC parts. So one of the things I need to actually do is form a catalogue of what we've got. Now the easiest way I'm going to be able to do that is, well, I probably could start a shop to be honest. Matty's my first customer. Right, we've got a wireless keyboard and TripAdvisor. Where do you go for your PCs? TripAdvisor? The hell? I don't think that's the right mouse. But the voice under the desk. Matt is gone. Anybody watching the stream that's not part of my Discord community, they're sitting in King's Landing. King's Landing, because it's all based around the Game of Thrones theme just now. Because the guild is Game of Thrones. You need to know what Crones is, go Google it. I'm not showing you on camera. Definitely not showing it on camera. He's already asked it. It's not a copy strike. It is not a copy strike, and it's not a copyright. It is a slur, and it's changed, which means that. Here we go. What is it? What? Let's. What's the? Is it supposed to? Potentially. But I don't remember if we hit play or not. I think it is running in the background. It should be playing. I think it's just very quiet. Oh, look, some people. Absolutely no pleasing. I know, look. Look. It's probably a good idea if I don't stream on raid nights anymore, because you'll be sitting watching me and somebody will ask a random question. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And Matty, why are you asking this for the fifth time, mate? Like, we've already talked about it. Like, I've already shown you with the slideshow. Like, why do we need to keep going over it? Oh. It's not, it's character building. Well, everybody knows it's look, he's a goner. He's absolutely wiped out. He's on the floor in stitches. Somebody pass him his inhaler quickly. Right. Can you hear the music now? Is it just a nice kind of steady volume? Not too loud. However, yeah, I know you can hear people shouting in the background and stuff. Right, hang on. Do. Right, voice chat should not come out over the stream. I'm assuming. There we go. So that there should now fix the whole audio fucking issue. Yes? No? So you can hear me through the microphone and you can hear the music through the PC. Wow. Technology. Right. We have wireless keyboard. No, they shouldn't come through. Yes. Somebody tell him yes. Tell him if he wants an answer from me, he needs to come watch on Twitch. Aha. Look, I've got to advertise this somehow, okay? And he'll love it. Look, tell him to come, we're building computers and we're fucking about with him. He'll love this. Hello, hello. No, that's the wrong fucking plug. That's not my kind of music. It's also PC building. Tell me it's PC stuff. You'll love it. Tell me to come over. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it does for a living. Tell me to come over, it's fun. No. However, right, hang on, because... Wait. Hang on a minute. We need more batteries. So, we need double A batteries, yeah, and more batteries. Oh. I mean, we could test it. Yeah, it's negative. No, the little one's not, mate. The mouse works. Hang on, we can... I'll put a link in Discord. Right. I never realised that the music was so upbeat. I like this. Oh. I need to get off my bum. What is it? Somebody tell me, I can't see it. He's taking in the hole. Oh, oh. Batteries are working. Right. But we're solving all the issues today. Oh, right, there we go. Oh dear. It is alive. I actually really like that music. I never realised it was so upbeat. Hang on, I need to go turn that on so that can So now you get to watch all the shenanigans I get up to while I'm sat at the computer. Normally this is at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And nobody else is about. One time, unlink that. How many eye rolls? Tell me to click the link, I put it in general. I don't roll my eyes. Unless somebody comes out with a daft question. There you go, Matty. I am brew. Just for you. I know how much you enjoy it. Oh, well. Oh, another one. Look, we should just change this to Omega's question time. Wonder. Here, I can quickly toggle that off here now. You can hear me now. I'm on Twitch, mate, streaming if you want to come and watch. I'm about to fuck about with PC parts. I know you do it for a living, but I'm just fucking around with them today. Right. I actually really like that music, that's pretty cool. I need to listen to that more. Ah. Right. Yeah. So, hang on. We showed Mike this earlier, so we've set it up so as that we can actually do a top-down view. So when I'm doing the builds and stuff, you can see from the webcam up there, and then I've got the one over there. So it gives a more optimal kind of workspace. Matty the guided tour the other day there. He enjoyed it. And over in that cupboard is where all the PC parts is. Right, I need to bring up a website. If I move that over to here, hopefully it doesn't fuck up too much. So, yeah, it probably is. I'm using a website called PC Parts Picker. Not because it's a great website, but it's actually a really good way for me to catalogue my parts, keep track of everything I've got, and be able to do stuff. So let's add this in as a browser source in game. I need to test a lot of parts, mate. I've got absolutely tons of parts just sort of lying about. And it's kind of got to a point I just really need to actually do something with them. I need to actually make a proper streaming rig, because the current desktop just wasn't taking the load of streaming, and also being able to run the hold boxes down there. Hey mate, sitting behind us. I'll show you in a minute. What I done? Source, display capture. Nope, it's not capture. Window capture. That's the one. What it calls browser. Yeah, no worries, mate. Oh, out the address. Oh, I don't trust you. I don't need to see that part. Adding a scene in the background just now. This is so that you can see what I'm looking at and where I catalogue all my parts and stuff. And as I work out the heck it is. Right. So there we go, that's the website. So this is a website called PC Parts Picker, and I have saved a whole pile of stuff on here. You can browse this if you are interested. That's all the saved parts that I currently have listed on here. And you can see things like the case, the one that Frosty was asking about a minute ago, the whole case. So this is what it looks like. So that's the case. That's what we're going to be building into shortly. That's the front of it. It's got a little light in it. Glass panel, tempered glass. Made by a company called NZXT. It's H510. It's got a really good cable management system inside it. Airflow's not the best. It's got a USB-C and a USB 3.1, 3.0, depending how you look at this. Has got power to it. But yeah, so that's the case. There was only 1,000 of these made, and same with the Alliance one. I've got one of each. There was somebody actually telling me the other day there, somebody that actually plays WoW that has got an Alliance case, was asking me to actually give it a clean out for them. You might see me cleaning somebody's case that's an Alliance one shortly. Right, so apparently this is the CPUs I've got. Let's check. Now the A10 one is in another PC. Let's get some parts out. So over in the background we have a pile of computer parts in a cupboard. Oh, stand still. Right. First job, identifying said components. Ugh. So we've got some of these in boxes, some of them are not. Some of them's not from the original box, but nonetheless we've got them. Right, so to know what CPUs that we're using, on the face of the CPU, here, it will have the name of the component, angle off away from the lights, and it's got the series number on it. So these are AMD Ryzen 7, and this one is a 1800X. So that one is on the list. I paid roughly about £90 for that at one point. That's just a cooler. That's got no cooler. Just that out of there. Ah, interesting question. What? This isn't actually my build. This is just a series of parts I've got. I'm just doing my catalogue of what we've got. So what I'm checking, so this CPU, this one, wasn't actually shipped with a cooler. So on this website, down the right hand side, or left hand side, it tells me it includes cooler. No. So that box does not contain a cooler in it. Happy days. CPU 1 done. That's just a straight up cooler and a fancy looking box. Or one for later on. That was for a brand new, that was the one actually I built for the person in the guild. That was a Ryzen 5 5600 X that we done a couple of weeks ago. That's just a cooler. Next on the hit list, Ryzen 7. Ryzen 7 3700X. That's a good CPU. That's probably one of my better ones. That was £145. It also has a cooler in it, which is a prismatic cooler, RGB. If anybody's got any like general kind of questions about computers, either me or not, I'll be able to answer more technical things. That dial's got a cooler. That one's done. That's just a cooler. Two 700X. This is the Xeon Plus Architect. It's cooler. Right, so those three have all got coolers. Or those three have got processors. Those three are just straight up coolers. And there's another cooler in the back as well. So for now, ow! Back to this page. Save parts list. Everything's went awfully quiet. That must be a first for you. You concentrating. The only time you concentrate is if you're doing an Omega. Right. Digs up brain cells. Right, coolers. So we've got one of them, two of them, three of them. That's those three there. Varying pricing that I paid at different points. And we have one of these. The others are in the boxes. Until such time as they get split out. Not going to include them with. Take that one off the parts list. Take that one off. And take that one off. So, coolers, CPUs, done. That's the ones that aren't in cases. There's plenty that is in cases. We're going to put these off to the side, out the way. Come back to organising the cupboard later. This is when folk get to see how bad my OCD is. Like, this would absolutely, like, fucking, like, appeal to Zenir. Right. Yep. I don't believe in badmin. It is fucking good, healthy admin. Right, next up, GPUs. Cross the leg over. Gotta do the splits here. So, memory, storage, graphics cards. So this one here is 10, oh, it's a GTX 1650 Super. That on the list? No list. I have to add this in. Couldn't do. Oh. This was part of a bulk buy and I got off a Gumtree. I'm now selling off a whole pile of old PC parts. A mixture of things. And this was one of them. But the 1650 Super has got the Shooting Architect. Shooting Architect is actually really good. Screaming. Sort of the last of the GTX series before it moved over to RTX, and they used the same architect on the 2060 series as it did the 16 series, but the 1660 and 1650 Super were far better cards. 1650 without the Super wasn't quite, didn't really perform as well. Right, is this? Does it look the same? I don't think it's the overclock. What do you think? Does it look the same? That looks the same to me. Right, so it was a pile of parts. That was one of them. All in, it was £260. Card's not worth that anymore, but I'm going to put that as how much I paid for it. Even though I got a whole pile of other stuff with this at the same time, like the hard drives and a couple of other bits and pieces. But this is actually going to probably be the card that I use in that big streaming. The reason being, last mark. So my current CPU, GPU some people will argue and tell you, oh, you didn't really use this. Actually, never failed me for performance. It's only a kind of guide. So my current graphics card is that one, 1063 gig, which in terms of graphics card is ranked 137. All I want to do is I want to compare that. This one, which is 1650 Super. Not the TI, the Supers were better than the TIs actually. In terms of performance, it's about 3% of a difference. Core speed's a bit less, memory's a little bit better though, got 4 gig of VRAM, and it's a lot newer. So it's not got much in it, but for what I intend using it for streaming and encoding, it will encode pretty well. So we'll keep that one to the side. That's going to be part of our build. We want to also add this to our inventory. Nice. Was a whole pile of other parts, but that's what the sticky label said that was sitting with it. So that's what we'll go with. Put that off the side. Right, one of the other ones that came with this. This one is a very old card, and we'll be lucky if we can find it. $6670. Okay, so as well. What do we think? That's the picture in the website. Here's the card. Your survey says loads of everything in there. Has everyone went to sleep? Right, Marty, do we think that that there looks the same as... Wait till we bring the picture back up. Oh, that one. Addition. That there. I think it's the same one. The 1 gig. And it is 1 gig E5. Yes. Okay, so that's the badger. Got the same shitty ports on the end of it. Yeah. Going with that. Interesting enough, it has got a display port. Now, let's see where that ranked in. So that was HD 6670, which is that one. Let's compare that to my current graphics card. So, Matty, that's probably what you're running in your laptop in terms of performance. This number on the end. So this is what you determine as a video card at this point, opposed to a graphics card. What they're good for, and it's about the only thing they're good for, is for example, whenever a CPU doesn't have any capability for video output and you need something, this is it. So yeah, let's now go back. We want to now add this to inventory, I'm not even putting a price against this, but it doesn't have any real value. That one I did. Can I put that to the side? It does need a bit of clean. I've got some isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to clean that up later. That's another job for another day. Also, I tend to set things on anti-static bags. Next on the list, this is an MSI. Wonder if I... An interesting thought. Does that toggle it? It does. Even better. Move that source. We're playing about with stuff in the background, so we can now do this, and then we get to that, and I can then toggle that back off, and if I don't press the wrong button first. Over. There's a lot faster transition. There we go. Right, next card up. MSI GTX 1060 6GB. So that's the more powerful version of Theory. So it's got more VRAM. And interesting, it's not actually listed. Probably 5GB version. I think it would be. I'm really enjoying this music. I don't know about yous. Is this why nobody's talking? Everybody's muted me and like, fucking music's rubbish. Proper. Okay. That's alright, we can fix that. That's easy to fix. We want to use that tool there. This is great being able to remote everything. Is that better? Does that sound any better? Nice and chilled in the background? To anybody that's sitting watching a bit, you weren't meant to say that. Well, I'm probably glad at this point. I'm pretty sure Omega's AFK'd. Right. Alright. Right, this one is fucking bad boy graphics card. So this is a Windforce from Gigabyte. It's the 4GB version. I paid £80 for on Gumtree. Not bad. It does have a display port, a HDMI port, and the two different type of not VGA, is DVIs. There's two different versions of them. It's to do with the slot on the front of them. I can't really show you, but if I do that, back a bit. There is little slots. You can probably just about see. One's a plus and one's a minus. Different cables fitted into them. One was to do with a power, I think. Can't quite remember. They are quite beefy in terms of what power that these need as well. But these are fucking chunky power, hungry little cards. They are no longer supported by firmware updates, but they are still, in terms of providing graphics, pretty decent for entry level gaming. Right, so that takes care of our graphics cards. Next on the hit list, RAM. I've got a couple empty sleeves. That's a chassis for an SSD external drive. One, two, 3 kits of RAM. And we want to back to our inventory list. Find the RAM on here. So RAM comes in different frequencies. So this is 2400 megahertz, which is that one, with a cast latency of 14, which is that part there. And it's 2 8s, giving us a grand total of 16. So that's that one. That cost me £74. That was my original RAM for this machine that we're currently running. This one is 2 8s, 3200 megahertz, so this is actually pretty decent for a good gaming machine. Is that one cast latency 16? Yep. Which I paid £40 for. So I got a really good deal on that one. And the next one, 2 8s, 300 megahertz, £35. That's pretty decent. So that will go into an Intel board because the H series motherboards can overclock, which is what that is. So that's going back into that at some point. That's going to get used as our encoding machine once I stop using it as a gaming machine. The 3200, which is this one, that's the box for it. Well, actually, the box is the wrong way around. That's the box. That. Oh, OCD kicking in. No, can't have it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Why? Who? Actually, the box is completely wrong. Or something. I'm not even keeping that. That can get trashed. I don't need it. That's the RGB RAM that's in that machine. That's going into the hold case. Some stage. Anybody that's just joined us, welcome along to the stream. I am currently looking at my PC parts in my loft space, and we're looking at what we can build and put together to make a streaming rig, because when we play World of Warcraft and stream that for the guild and raiding, it don't compute very well. Using the website PC Parts Picker to be able to put together a list of what I've got, what we could have, what we should have, and try and find what's missing. Matty, I think it's time that we actually got a PC out of the cupboard space. What do you think, mate? Start pulling one to bits. So for anybody that's watching on stream and can't hear who I'm talking to in my ears, on Discord is a couple of the folk for the guild. Right, so Matty's saying let's get the computers out. Do we get a computer out or do we test one of the ones that is sitting ready to be done? I've got 3 motherboards, all needing things done to them. Need them stripped down and tested. We also need to test those parts over there, apart from the CPUs. Wow. Do I have a coin? Yeah, there's one on Discord. In the toy box. Somebody feels like they've just had a eureka moment. Well, put it in Discord and let's see what we get. So go to the toy box. Ugh. That's what she said. Whilst one of the people in the background is trying to work out what we're going to be doing next. Opal fruits. Hey, he's in here. Oh, can't hear me. Somebody tell her I'm streaming. You're asking a fine one, asking Matty, what did you say? What a statement to come out with. Can't remember what I said. Heads. Give us heads. It's a lot of head somebody's mentioning in my Discord right now. But if anybody doesn't know my community, you really don't want to know them either. Right. Let's get the opal fruits out of the way. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. He's probably muted himself. Isn't he on yet? Hello. You're missing the OCD. The Zinnia's head's going to come off like a champagne cork. Alright, Zinnia, I already know that you lurk about and you seem to catch it just at the last second as I'm about to say something and go, I heard that. Right then, let's get a computer out from behind the curtain. Yeah. Right. This computer's actually the one that I really need. I need to do work on this one. Right then. Computer number 1. Right, magnetic thing? Don't need that. It's actually an old one. Dear you. Oh, you. What have I told you? Hit him harder. What she said. This is when I can really tell the time delay. I broke somebody. I think I broke a couple of folk. He's a goner. He's waiting to find his inhaler again. Right then. So, components that this thing has. Cooler, which is the AMD stock cooler. It's the prismatic one. Right, so we've got the motherboard listed. Right, how do we want to do this? We need to put that back. I'm good. I'm just busy farting about with computers. It's a bit dusty in here. Raid, we've only got 4 bosses left. Typical. Typical Wednesday. Right. This one needs a good clean out. It's a bit dusty inside. It go oh. So, how to clean your PC? Step 1. Oh. Get some rubbing alcohol in order to clean it. What? No, don't use a vacuum cleaner! Why the hell would you use a vacuum cleaner on a computer? Electrical static discharge, no, don't take a vacuum cleaner to it. You get one of these that blows it out, it goes yes, you use this. Don't use vacuum cleaners on your computers, please, people. It builds up electrical statical discharge and it fucking fries. Ah, too expensive. We need to be eco-friendly. We want to use things that are environmentally friendly. You know, this music kind of sounds as if it's like something you'd find going to Valhalla. Yeah, but this one doesn't suck, it blows. Hey. Right, that one goes in there. That goes there. See. Right, look. Who's back? Shady's back. Rusty's back. Oh. It's not a vacuum cleaner. She's abandoning us. No. Wheels. We're giving it a good blowjob. We're cleaning it out. We're using this. It's not a Hoover. It's a high pressured output. No. We're blowing out all the stuff out. Whoop! I lost my nuts. I need something to pick up my nuts. It's dusty. That was stinking. Right. So, I want to be able to completely strip this down because there's a lot of the parts in this that we want to sort of salvage for other jobs. Now, this computer did work perfectly fine, however, I didn't like the configuration of it whenever I bought it. And the graphics card, I really want it for something else. So, first job, disconnect the power. Some people will tell you, oh, you should use an electrical discharge strap so that you don't end up frying parts. I don't believe you do as much anymore. Used to years ago. Used to be really bad for electrical discharge. What's worse for electrical discharge is using a Hoover on your computers. I know you're listening. That doesn't fit in that hole. Why does that not go in that hole? We need a bendy. Where's the bendy bit? There we go. Bendy bit. And grab that. No. So somebody in my Discord just asked me, do I plan on this PC? Yeah, this is all about getting parts ready. Wouldn't you like to know? Matty, tell her don't be so nosy. Yeah, you should have definitely told her don't be so nosy. You know, his neutral party, yeah, okay. Last time you were a neutral party. Me too. It doesn't want to fit. Too big. That's what she said and all, I think. We need a technical screwdriver for this. Really bad design case this. So I certainly wouldn't. Designed by Cooler Master. So Cooler Master cases, I wouldn't rate it because trying to get into the screw holes. I mean, it looks nice and tidy, having all the screws on the inside, because then you don't see them. So I don't know if you can see what I'm working on, but the screws are buried in the back there. And yes, it might look pretty on the outside as a finished design, but to build in was a bad idea. Oh, I'm bashing my balls. That's not good. Dropped my nuts earlier. Did I pick them up? Yeah, I did. Remember. Right, little lever on the back. Oh, there we go. There's a graphics card. One graphics card. So put that there, put that away. I'm going to put all these parts away from earlier, all the ones that we pulled out and checked on the list because there was a couple of them missing. So I've updated that list. The list is complete! What is your name? Don't tell him Pike. Pike! Your name is also going on the list. Oh, somebody educator, please. Yeah. Hope over if it's an Iron Brew. It's nearly as bad as crack for kids. Whistle while he works. Hitler is at work. He's half army, so's his army. Whistle while he works. Oh, fuck me. Don't literally though. It'll be painful. Right. Just think, a couple of weeks ago, people complained that I wasn't fun. People really don't know me. You need to be more fun whilst raiding. Okay then. Right, we've stuck the ram where it can go. Back in the hole. We'll keep that. I might need that actually. Let's do a... Right. We're doing a hot swap. We're going to put that RAM into that case. We're keeping that case out because that's Corsair Vengeance RGB. It's not proper gaming if it ain't RGB. Matty can't put his kids to bed. But Matty tries to put his kids to bed and they just come back again and go, hiya. You put me to bed? I don't think so. You go to sleep before I do. Yeah. Right, that goes over there. So why the missus wants more? Keep you busy. Life becomes non-existent. Frosty, don't listen to them, pal. They're just being mean to you. They don't mean it. Right. Look, Frosty, if you're going to listen to MD, look, I'm the one person you should. What level's that? What level's his paladin? Right. We just taken out a graphics card. One more date? Oh, talking about mountain. That's definitely what she said. Right, the graphics card we just taken out. There we go, that's the graphics card. So this is the graphics card I actually refuse to use because I just don't like it. Look, I really don't. But if you look at the performance of this graphics card here, that's the one that's sitting over there right now. It's exactly that, mate. It is. It's an MSI. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. Look, no. Why would I? So, this is it over here. I need to grab hold of it. That there is the graphics card that we've just taken out of this PC. The Red Dragon. I've a funny feeling there's toys called Red Dragon as well. An interesting thought. I wonder if they're made by the same company. Also, this has got an overclock function on it, so there's a little flick lever. There's the overclock and the silent. Matty knows what Red Dragon is. Right, so that's the graphics card out. Let's put that off to the side. I bet you wish I'd have streamed a long time ago. Look, Matty's like, where's this been all my life? Like, I could have been watching this. We've actually got 7 people watching this. Hello, welcome to the stream. If you've not already done so, please click the follow button. My name on here is Artificer Skills. I am thinking about with PCs today. I also stream World of Warcraft. I am a guild leader in the guild called Game of Crones, and we're on Doomhammer. If you want to track us, look at our Rio. We are currently raiding normal, and we're recruiting. So if you play World of Warcraft, feel free to come and join us. If you hear me talking to myself and wonder why nothing's happening in chat and I'm gibbering away, it's people on Discord are talking, but I don't let you hear what they're saying because I don't trust the comments that they come out with. But the sheer nonsense that they come away with is unbelievable. You don't want to hear them. Right, PC. Oh, we've just taken out the Red Dragon. Yeah, they can't hear you, so don't worry about it. Right. Next is... Right, so going back to the question. Why didn't I want to use the graphics card? Matty nailed it. Level 30 talents. It sort of depends on what you're doing, Frosty. I don't remember off the top of my head. Is that the second row? If it's the second row and you're doing dungeons and multi-target, far left. Number 1. Right. So, graphics card. I'm fucking getting sidetracked. Like, the lot of you sidetrack me. Oh. No worries, mate. So that's what she definitely said. So you can see. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. That's my graphics card that's currently running on this machine. That was its score. This one here is the one that's in the bloody cupboard, along with that one and that one, which aren't quite as good as my one, but are still not as good as that one. And the one that's sitting over there is fucking 42% better than my own graphics card, but I still refuse to use it. And it's because it doesn't have the G-Sync capability, which I really could do with. Did somebody join? Neil's back. Yay, welcome. Hello, friends. Come join the party. What do you want to compare this against? Ah, right. So, to give an idea of where this graphics card sits in terms of... I'm not hyper. in terms of capability. Hyper. What was that song again? You're going to... Not enough energy drink. What was that song again? You're going to know it. Hyper. Was that a pure techno song? Somebody's about to know it. I don't remember, mate. So, the AMD graphics card. So to give you a bit of an idea where it sits in terms of overall performance, it's a desktop GPU, same as the rest of them. Not really interested in that. It uses the PCI Gen 4 pathway, which is the exact same as the 3060, the 300 series, or the 3000 series I should say. So it had the same PCI expressway as it, which is fast transition, really good support, versus the PCI Gen 3, which was what the 2000 series, so your 2060s, 2070s, 2080s, the supers, they all used PCIe 3, whereas things sitting over there uses Gen 4. The motherboard that we're building into has got Gen 4 support, but I still don't want to use that bloody thing. Anyway, we move down and you look at the VRAM. It has got 8 gig of VRAM, which was the same as the RTX 2060 Super. So, in terms of that, it's got a better PCI express lane with the same RAM and performs better than the Nvidia one. The one that performs better is the 300 series. So that there would be the better option, but it costs more than what that does. So that gives you an idea of the parts I've got, but the dilemma I have. That's made by AMD, whereas I don't want to use it. It is Team Red, which goes for the Horde, but it's the graphics card, and I don't want to use it. What do we do? Let's have a look at 30. So a 3060, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's to do with the support that it gives and the features that it has for streaming. Oh, it's not MSI, sorry, it's AMD, and MSI is not awesome. Yeah, but you had to get a desktop because your laptop couldn't keep up. That was why we spent an entire afternoon looking at it. Done really well with that, actually. It was a really good pre-build. I thought it was get out the door. So, yeah, you can see here the value. So a 3060s, you at this rate, a 3060 is better value for money than any of the other ones. The 3060 Ti is the better graphics card. It's also pretty cheap. So if we come back, like I said, that's the one that we've got sitting over on the bench. We just need to decide what we're going to do with it. I might have a buyer for it. I did promise somebody that I built their computer the other week there that if they come back to me for a graphics card, I'll do them a good deal. And actually it is a good deal. I'm not going to rip them off because it is one of my friends. They also are part of our Discord and guild. For those that are sitting on Discord, it's Foxy. We built her computer the other week there. Why do I feel like I've lost something? Where is... Ah, there it is. I hadn't lost it. It's just hiding. So yeah, if MD actually, and this is a serious note, if MD on Discord is watching, or MD watching the stream is looking to have a PC built, I am more than happy to build it for you. I only have one condition, and that is that you purchase parts through Amazon using a referral link that I would provide. It doesn't cost you any more to purchase the parts than it would if you were buying them straight from Amazon anyway. But what I get is a very, very small commission, and I'm talking about 4%. And that's all I ask for. Don't want paid for it. We'll come up with a method to be able to ship it to you. I do have an online form that I will put on Twitch at some point in the very near future. And same if you're needing like upgrades, things done to your computers, we can come up with a way that I can get it off you and we can get it shipped back using appropriate shipping means. Even if that does mean taxi. I do road trips occasionally. Matty, don't get any ideas. I'm not coming to your house to build your computer. I don't want overrun by the kids trying to attack me. I could do, Zenir, look, if we worked out how much the shipping was, then I would, yeah. So, anybody that's watching the stream, one of the people in the guild, Zenir, was asking, would I ship to Norway? But yeah, as long as it was purchased through the Amazon links that I give, so that I get something back on it. Because at the end of the day, I want to make some money back. Not a lot. I'm not being greedy about it. But enough so that it justifies the time and energy it goes into. Because there is a lot of time and energy that goes into building computers. Like, some people don't see the end game to it, and it can take a lot. I'm just trying to see what are these. These are 2 8/16s. Already got them. 150. Is that them? Gas latency 3200. 2 8s. 60 quid we paid for them, but I was just looking at that. So this motherboard, so Zenir will like this one, because this is actually an MSI. An MSI board. We're not using it. It's got donor parts in it that I want out. Oh, actually. MSI's not awesome. Andy watching. MSI's not watching. This was one of the ones that I bought. I bought this off of Gumtree about 2 years ago, and it sat in the corner of the loft doing nothing. EP link. Ah, man. So somebody tell him we're on stream. Oh, my brain's going into meltdown. Somebody hit her, please. Please don't let her near the vacuum cleaner on the computer at once. Okay, that was a bit creepy. Look, no joke here. Look, hang on a minute. I'm not watching this in here. Look, you do that to me, and I'm going to like completely wreck your guild bank. Look, the next time you're looking at guild bank, I'm going to move things in random places. I'm going to put random things next to each other, put them in odd stacks. Oh dear. Yeah. Everyone in favour? Aye. You might want to explain to Bogdan that you're not talking to yourself, because I'm pretty sure Bogdan thinks that you're talking. Right. Matty. Is breaks over? Oh. Who's got the hairdryer? Oh. I know it is. It's so that I can take the nuts out it. What, get your nuts out? Right then. What are you talking about? Who's a miner? The Druid's a miner! Druid mining. Right, we need to get the craft knife out. Okay, Zenir, what age are you? Matty, what age are you? 45? "45. He lost count for the last 10 years. Right, so we are currently so I wouldn't recommend doing this. I am currently removing cable ties by undoing them using the blade of a craft knife. Look, surely somebody else seen the innuendo in that one, not just me. It just goes in so fast. It wasn't me, it was her. So Omega came out with a comment a second ago and says, it went in so fast. As she said. He's not a druid. Right, we're removing all the cable ties. Yeah. Because druids are commonly known for being miners and herbalists. They're what's referred to as mules. If you ask Zenir, she'll explain it a bit more. Nah. You never talk about things like that in here. Whew. Wow, it's like Spaghetti Junction in here. Who the hell done the wiring in this? This is like a council job. No, I never done this one, pal. Oh, I can't even put my hands in that. That is disgusting. That is fucking rotten in there. Ugh. Time for the rubber gloves. Get the surgicals on. Oh, it's fucking honking. So whoever I bought it from was clearly a smoker and clearly never learnt to fucking clean. Hang on a second. Got to get the good old rubbers on. So whenever I'm building computers I actually tend to wear gloves. I need to get black ones though. Move that back around. Yeah, I normally wear gloves so that I don't get fingerprints and sticky marks all over them. Back here, alright? Right. Oh. Let's... Right, you'll see in a second. So, hang on. It's down in there. So, I'm going to take out the hard drive. So that there is one hard drive. Angle away from the light a little bit. You see it? Fucking clumps of gash. Yeah, it is a Seagate Barracuda. Well identified money. So let's bring it over to the HD camera. So that's the hard drive. I'm sure it's not the only you've had. Seagate Barracuda, 1TB. They're actually really good drives for mass storage. They make good temporary drives as well for gaming. But let's set that over there. That'll get cleaned in a minute. Second drive, which I've already detached because I was playing about this at one point. You see it? Look at all the shit inside it. It's yellow. Ugh. Right. Yeah. I wouldn't even touch it with yours. Right. I'm trying to work out what manifestation. Oh. I think they used fucking super glue to put the cables on. That's an interesting one. They put that header down there. That wasn't very cleanly done. Music? Maestro? Oh, it's alright. Back. Yeah, it sounds like an old-fashioned Nintendo. Okay, it doesn't anymore. Yeah, it did not. Motherboard power. This is one of these cables. Like when you're taking it out, you've got to poke your tongue out. I can get it, and I can feel the hole. We've nearly got it. Ugh, there we go, it's off. Yeah, it's okay then. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right. I'm going to get the lazy Susie out the way. Does anybody like my desk, by the way? As in the grey one. This is actually contact paper. It's this was recovered. If you go and look at pictures in Discord and you look at the old covers, it's actually a different one. It used to be a black laptop until I got my hands on some laminate paper. I can't even work out where half these cables are going. Look, they're just joined together randomly. I think that's meant to be a fan cable. I don't know what that one is. Is that the controller? Nope, that's another fan cable, I think. Potentially. Oh, the cables are yellow. Oh. Where's that one going? What the fuck monstrosity is that? Can you see that? Look, what? It's Molex into Molex into Molex into Molex. No, it's the old Molex connectors. Not genius. It's far from genius. Oh, I'm getting another Molex into Molex. What the fuck was this guy playing at? You've got 3 Molex powers, and he fucking daisy chained about half a dozen together. Rather than getting a power supply that's capable of supporting it. Right, that's the CPU power lead. That can down that side. Oh, we're not looking forward to getting to that. I'll tell you that right now. That is the front panel support. Come out, wherever you are, little piggy. Front panel I/O support. Oh. This is rotten. SATA cable. So, interesting one. The SATA cable that he used is out of an Asus motherboard because it's stamped on it. It's an MSI motherboard with an Asus SATA cable. Showed you how much you trusted that one. What the fuck? Come back to that. Belly button fluff? Do you want to lick that? Here, have that, Matty. Whoa. Mega, you want it? Yeah. Belly button fluff. And you wonder why I'm wearing gloves. Right. Belly button fluff. Buried inside the computer case. Oh, we can't get it through the hole. Oh, there we go. I just need a good tug. Over that side. There's more Molexes that side. Right, power supply is ready to be unscrewed. Why did he say it? Why is it not she? I still like Zinnia's comment the other night there. That did make me chuckle, pal. Oh, right. Yep, that was very, very quick. You've been hanging about with Matty too long. Well, it's not me. There's no more leaderboard. Leaderboard's gone. Oh, Janelle, you were asking about this earlier. Discord. Discord has an overvamp. If you've not already done so, go to the Roll channel. No, the leaderboard's gone, mate. Yeah, Janelle, if you go to the Roll assignment channel, follow the instructions at the top of the page in order to assign your role as your main, and it'll do a couple other bits and pieces. And it'll automatically detect your main character in the guild and give you the appropriate rank. It's part of the bigger picture. MD on Twitch watching or on YouTube, wherever you're watching from, whatever your platform is. Big Brother stuff. We started using the bot for Discord called Jeeves, and is designed to make designed to make guild management a lot easier and a lot more joined up, so as it ranks on Discord, ranks in game. There's a leaderboard as well. So there is a leaderboard you can get on. Just getting this one out there. If anybody wants to get on to the leaderboard, you need to start doing mythics To get into the first place Mythic leaderboard, you need to get a rating of 2,000 or more. Second place is 1,500. Third place is 750. So most of these will get the 750 mark. We might change this as the season unfolds. It's all to do with getting the mounts and the titles and the achievements and all the rest of it. All the tryhards. Right. Where's that cable going? Right, that's that side. So somebody actually asked me the other day, they're like, oh, why would you bother stripping this down in order to take all the parts out if you're going to use it again? Look, if you could actually see the inside of it, Paul, you would know why I'm stripping it down. All these parts will be cleaned. So it should have sent you a DM here. Yeah, so I'll have sent you a DM with instructions. You need to kinda... I got no idea what that's for. Addressable RGB controller. No idea what that was for. That can go in the box of magic tricks. What did it say, sorry, Zia? I'm listening. Might need to get tech support onto that one. What the heck is all this shenanigans about? Right, front panel cables. They're disconnected, they're out of the way. Maybe why we shouldn't try and pull things out, because you might bend pins on the inside. Shitty MSI anyway, who cares? Yeah, let's put little bits of black tape onto it, because that'll make a huge difference. Connected. Deal with that later. Over there, because I've got no idea what that does. Black tape on that. Any further forwards here? Or no, clean up. I might need to look at it once I finish. I don't know if maybe it's the server for it's down or something. All this black tape. So what we're doing just now is we're tidying up all the cables on the back of it. Because it look a bird's nest a minute ago. Hey Raven. Somebody tell me say hi. Tell me we're watching Alpha Streaming. Also known as Artificer Skills. For anybody that doesn't know, Artificer it's yellow in there, I don't want to touch it. Matty, you'll love this one. You can explain to people what it's used for in a second. Oh, wrong bit. You see it, Maya? He believes. He knows fine well what he mixes it with. Yeah, he's pretending he doesn't know, by the way. See? Told you. So this is how we're going to sterilise it. Look, nobody else can hear it. That's why I don't put yous on the stream, because I don't trust anything that comes out your mouth. I'm not the one that explained what it is and what it's used for. We'll give it a good rub. You like that, don't you? Oh, I don't even think there's any amount of rubbing alcohol that's going to clean this. Look, you can take clips on this as well. There's an ability to take clips on Discord. Discord? On Twitch. Somebody tell Raven that we're watching me having a good rub. Ew. Ew. That's only one module. This is why also you should use furniture polish in your houses whenever you're cleaning, because it traps the dust and stops it from fucking spreading. Like people that use a dry duster to clean their house, all you do is you cause the dust to go into the air and it goes and lands on other surfaces. And dust is mostly dead skin cells that are fucking wafting about. Kinda makes you also think about who you invite into your house at times as well. I think we might need to get a toothbrush out. I nearly said a different type of toothbrush, but Matty can explain on Discord about the other type of toothbrush. He's allowed to tell those jokes, I'm not. It involves some of the kind of jokes that you come out with. DPS. It just goes fucking all out DPS. You. Tell me to come. Tell me to come raiding with us. Don't ask Matty for directions. So, this reminds me of asking a Welshman for directions. Pew pew. Pew 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 pew. So, a Welshman giving directions. Never ask MD in Wales for directions, because every one of them do the same thing. You get up to them like, excuse me pal, how do you get to whatever you're trying to get to? Like, hang on a minute, I know this one, I know it. You go straight down the road here. Yes, it's down the road. You come to the roundabout. You go around the roundabout. You go around the roundabout. Shit, I missed my exit. Give me a minute. Wait, I think. Yeah, you go around the roundabout. And you go down the here. Oh, I don't know, pal. You'll need to go and ask someone else. So don't bother asking Welsh for directions for anything. Anyway. I think I've lost somebody in Discord. Can we rip that off? Fairy dust. I'll get fucking fairy dust for you. Here, have some of this fairy dust. Wait till you see this for fucking fairy. There you go. There's some fairy dust for you. There you go. Fairy dust all you want, mate. Oh man. You'd get some of that in about your lungs. What? What were these people doing? Oh man. So, you can see the difference already. I'm alright, pal. As long as you're 240, you can. Yeah, too low, mate. Remember, I'm going to do the World Raid boss. If they didn't do the World Raid boss, there's a nice clip on Discord, for those who want to see it, of what happens if you've not done the Chains quest before going to do Morgrave. And you get summoned out. Nog was tanking. Oh, wait till you see this. Look. So we're now starting to get into the where the fans is. Don't know how well you can see this. This yellow glaze. This is meant to be clear. Oh, because you use a vacuum cleaner, it just casts it all up as well. But you use damp cloth. I'm using it as a tropic alcohol because I don't want this going all over the place, and I also want to sterilise it as I go along because it's broken. What? I wonder. Let's see if I can get this to work. So I've got an app on my phone, which was called. Can you remember? Because I was talking about this the other day there. Epoch Cam. Here we go. Here is your Epoch Cam. Wrong thing. Try to look at a distance here. Add. Video capture, where's video? If we deactivate it and activate it. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Might be there's a lot happening on the network. No. I do have a data cable. That's another tech thing to try and fix later. I do have an extra web camera that's capable of working through my phone. I could actually do punch-in images to see better look at some stuff. That's sort of done. Right, most of the major components are out of this. Zanir, you'll be happy that I actually will be taking a Hoover to this shortly. And not whenever it's got the motherboard in it. Once all the electrical components are out, I'm going to go and get the Hoover and attack the so we're going to take the Hoover to it. But only after the electrical components have been removed. Don't take Hoover to live components. Bam bam bam. Otherwise it go pew. Living on the wild side. Have you seen inside this, mate? Look, seriously. Yeah, but the electrical components are still inside it, even if it's not turned on. Oh, I don't even want to know how they've that one up. There is an M.2 drive in this somewhere. I fitted one into it at one point. I think. I'm almost certain I did. Guess who's back? Back again. Apparently there was only 3 screws holding this in. Interesting enough, they managed to fit the fans, I think, in upside down. Potentially back to front as well. Yep. So when you fit fans into a case, you need to make sure that the airflow is going in the right direction. Ooh, somebody's doing some min-maxing. Let's get the case out of the way. Fairy Tail dust. So. Stand off away from the case. So I'm using a pair of needle nose pliers. Want to leave it, don't leave it. Don't whinge about it. Nobody's forcing you. It was a suggestion that people min-max their characters, not a requirement. Motherboard and CPU. Cool. Do zeros. Yeah, do the old ones. The ones in Shadowlands. Yeah, Shadowlands zeros work on it. This is why we use isopropic alcohol as well. So, thermal compound, a very messy substance. Great stuff. So, I'm going to clean off the old heatsink and get rid of the old thermal grease. Isopropic alcohol just breaks it down nice and quickly. Get it off. You need to watch this stuff though, it does get a bit messy. Probably should have used a disposable rag for this one. Okay, I'm going with it now. Great. That was nice. Nobody's noticed yet. That was nice. Right, so we now need to get all the thermal grease off the top of the processor, and then we can find out what kind of processor it is. Get mounted, did you say? Yeah, there's a name for that. Double mounted? What are you talking about? Right, currently we are using isopropic alcohol. We're using this stuff. Andy, want some? Does it smell like chloroform though? Dude. Like, you could go and ask the McCanns for some. I'm pretty sure they've got some stuff that works for them. Well, I'm pretty sure that was one of the things that was found that they'd done. Or not, if they weren't found to have done it, they were suspected of having done it. It wasn't chloroform that they used, but bearing in mind, they were both doctors. And there was something to do with that they were suspected of having given a dosage of something to help make them sleep. I can't remember exactly what it was or anything, but there was something in it. There was an allegation. Yeah, see, there was something about they were suspected of giving them a little sweetener to help them go to sleep and stay settled for the night. I'm not making it up. Yeah. Does anybody else remember it? I think I need some. Like does MD see the times I post on Discord? So MD's watching Twitch, has probably got no idea what we're talking about right now, but like, at times I'm up to God only knows what time. Well, look, that's actually got an RGB light in it. Fucking hell. I don't know why. Right. Let's remove the CPU. When playing about with CPUs, please be very careful. Hang on. Yep, it was ridiculous. So, AMD CPUs still have all the little gold, all the little gold pins too far. Pins inside it, which means that if you bend them, you CPU fucked. You can potentially straighten them, but you're better than just not fucking about with it. You need to be very careful not to drop them, not to dent the pins, not to damage the pins. What do you need to get closer to? You know, there's a little fly flying about in here, and I'm pretty sure it's as high as a kite, because if it isn't, I'm fucking pretty sure I am. Probably should put the lid back on that whenever I was using it. Warning, this product is flammable. Keep out of flames. Use external use only. Use as a rub and massage away as keeping a well ventilated area. Yep, thought so. Right then. I think we've got more. So this is a Ryzen 5 3600. Let's have a look. Did we have a Ryzen 5 3600 on the parts list from before. I did have the motherboard on there. Ryzen 5 3600X. Ryzen 5 3600X. Right, let's put that there. And still that product. Not that one. I believe this was the box it was intended for. Got a cooler. Did that ship with a cooler? Ryzen 500 CPU. Stock cooler, yes. Type of stock cooler. In fact, it's a little dinky box like this. That would tell me that it is a small cooler. It was never the RGB cooler that came with that. It's a little black dinky one. My eyeballs are sweating. Came out. Oh. That goes in there. Everyone's went really quiet. What's happening? Let me try to squeeze one out. Right, cooler. 7100. 5 300. 7 3. That's good, I've got two of them, that's handy. Oh, what they're going in. Kinda reminds me of Rammstein, that band that's playing there now. Not that they're German, but a little bit. Some of the kind of mellower stuff by Rammstein. Need a little pokey stick. There's a little bit of thermal paste. Thinks it's getting stuck on the board. Is it fuck? Ripped off. This stuff is absolutely grim. Look, you get this on your clothes and you'll never get it back off. And you certainly don't want to get it in the little slots on the board either. So apparently AMD is moving away from their AM4 sockets on the next series of CPUs, and there was a massive outcry from the community like, oh, that means that my motherboards won't be supported anymore. That was why I went with AMD. Yeah. They need to make money though. They don't want people using the same motherboard for fucking 15 years. Because you're too cheap to fucking fork out and buy a new motherboard. But the thing is, new motherboards get better support with them, they've got more functionality. And if you keep upgrading your graphics cards and your CPU and everything, you really what you think about doing your motherboard. Won't be cheap. Right. I don't want to touch that case, that was honking. I've got most of the motherboard done with some isopropyl alcohol. We're going to use the Jetstream brush, not the Hoover, to clean out the rest. We're not using Henry. Oh, actually, before we start, because that bottle of isopropyl alcohol has got a good chance of getting blown off the table. That's how much power there is in that little thing. Ew. Well. Do 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 do. Are you taking notes? How to clean your motherboard. Not a Hoover. Don't use compressed air either. Too expensive. Bad for the environment. There we go. Nice and clean. Sorry, what were you saying, pal? I missed that. Yeah, I missed what she said. He did. Don't blame me, it was nothing to do with me. I remember that. Oh man, I'm going to have a fucking sore head tomorrow. I'm actually going to feel like I'm going to wake up drunk without actually having consumed any alcohol. That is like that fucking great. Where do you get it? Amazon. I'll give you a link later. Told you. I fucking hear it. But the fact I'd actually started saying that before even mentions it. What are you doing me? There we go, a nice clean shiny motherboard. Even if it is made by MSI. There we go. So, motherboard, MSI Pro Max, I think it is the full name of this one. The B450 Gaming Plus Max. The list. What else is on the list? So if anybody was interested in seeing what motherboard looks like, a display picture. There we go. In terms of its support, it's an ATX, it's a full size motherboard. Chipset is the B450, bottom right hand corner. In terms of RAM, it can go all the way up to 4133 MHz. It's good for gaming purposes. The minimum you want is 3200 for gaming. Got 2 PCIe 16 slots, 4 single slots. Look, this would actually make a good expansion board. That's the one thing I will say about it. It's got M.2 for instead of using an SSD, you can put an M.2 in it. 1 gig Ethernet, 2 USB 2 headers, which are down on the bottom. 1 3.2 Gen 1, which is just the standard blue ones. It's got no Type C, which would be the Gen 2. Which is why it was never any good for my Horde case, because it meant I wouldn't have been able to use the USB-C port on the top of the Horde case. It's not designed for prolonged use, which would be the ECC. So you put ECC memory into motherboards that are going to become server grade. Knock would be able to give you a bit more on that, because that's his job in life. Right. So that's that part done. Bam baram bam. Time to know the time. 9:30. Farting around with this malarkey. The case itself, I'm going to leave for a little bit. We're going to have to come up with a unique method for dealing with that case. I think it's called throwing it in the skip. Needs a good clean. It needs the Go Faster accessory fucking stickers taken off it. Yep, that's the one. Get red. Another reason why you can tell that MSI is cheap, their I/O shields, they do not integrate onto their motherboards, which is a 2-second bloody job. But everybody building a computer at some point in their life has forgot to put that stupid little plate inside, build the case, turn it round to plug things in the back and go, oh fuck, I didn't put the I/O shield in. And you try and come up with an ingenious method to be able to sneak it in, and it doesn't work. You want to take the entire bloody motherboard back out, or loosen it off to lift it to get it in and drop it into place. Why not just have it prefabricated like most the bigger companies do? I think I might have dented my contact paper. Don't tell him. Right, next thing to clean. The graphics card. It's already mostly done. I did do the graphics card a while back. Like I says, this is actually potentially going to be sold. So before we sell it, we will test it. We're going to take all the greasy fingerprints off it. And you can tell that this was cleaned prior. I done this whenever I first got the board because I remember looking at it. It is missing one of the stickers though. So, shows that that's not so noticeable. Let's try and remove some of the glue. Discords went really quiet. Omega must be away doing an Omega. Where's that little fly? Hello. Don't go there, get off my bloody parts. Get away. Get away, get away, get away now. There is a bit of trank in there. Let's get the nozzle. We want to go with the jet line. The little thin nozzle directs it. There we go, a nice clean shiny graphics card. Red Dragon. I really am starting to question whether that is an Irish brand or not. I'm almost certain it is. Time to clean the ramp. Also, if you're new to the stream, welcome along. Hello. Hit the follow button, if you don't mind. If you enjoy the humour and the banter. I must have... You need to type it, Matty, for them to see it. So most of the people who's watching the stream are actually sitting on my Discord. And they're chatting. Yeah. I probably look completely insane. He's talking to himself. Like, what the fuck's that all about? He hears magical voices. Yeah, they're on Discord. Some voices are better than others. I'll leave that down to you to argue between yourself about which ones are better. I think she's AFK'd on you, mate. What? No, there it is. Right. I never said anything. I love how my question was some were better than others. And Zanier's comment back to that was, oh, poor Omega, suggesting that Omega was bottom of that list of people that were on the good list. I think it's time to take the sweaty gloves off. You get sweaty hands. I wasn't doing it into Omega. I would say let Matty back me up, but please don't. Right, so what we have achieved. And you wonder why I don't let you get heard on stream. It'd be horrendous. Right then, So what we achieved, we've managed to categorise our CPUs and our GPUs. We have stripped down a computer case, given most of it a clean out. There's still lots of stuff in it that need to get pulled out. The thing's absolutely stinking inside. We also have some parts that we need to clean up, like the power supply, the hard drives, a few other bits and pieces. I'm going to grab some opal fruits. And before somebody turns around and goes, opal fruits don't exist anymore, they really do. And the way that you can tell that they're opal fruits and not Starburst is the fact that only opal fruits had yellow and green as separate colours. Also, the wrapper says opal fruit. Starburst combined the yellow and green and gave you a purple one. Opal fruits didn't. They're separate. So there's always one. Oh, Lashy, just come on. Oh man. Right, what's happening over here? I wonder who 5 years is. Hey! What was the question, sorry? The music? Music's not a music bot, it's actually in Twitch. So if you look on the right hand side on Twitch, it will show you it's free, royalty free music from a company called Pretzel Rock, which is a list of different bands. But yeah, there's a link in the chat box on Discord. You can click it. Oh man, it's really warm. You missed the inside of the PC case earlier on. Nokras, it was pretty grim. It came out of a smoker's house. It was absolutely disgusting. Yeah, if you just copy it. It's a sort of mixture of different bands, to be honest, not just one. In case anybody wonders what I'm doing right now, I'm stuffing my face. I'm getting hungry, I've not had my dinner yet. Oh man, I'm really not looking forward to cleaning that power supply and hard drive. Hard drive's probably the easier one. Put that in the bin. He doesn't even remember. Not the one playing just now, it was when I swing by, I think it was playing at the time. If you look at the chat log, I'll show you later. You need to grab it. I'm going to be nosy, I want to see who all these different people is watching. Mhm. I'm just not nosy about who's lurking in the corners. I would just be nosy. Oh, we've got thermal paste onto things already. Oh no. Right, isopropyl alcohol, get rid of it. I'll take the workbench in a second. Right. I wonder if that's why that audio port isn't working. I uninstalled a driver the other day there. And it was to do with the audio, now I'm thinking about it. That's probably why that mic didn't work earlier. The little one, the lapel mic. AD2s. Yes, Matty, so I'd removed a driver from the PC the other day there because I could hear a lot of static in the background of my headset. I never looked into it. One of the things it spoke about was the use of one of the NVIDIA drivers, or not NVIDIA, one of the audio drivers. But I'm walking about here. You probably think I'm a complete maniac. I don't like messy tools and messy workstations. Right, let's get a pair of gloves. Next pair of gloves before we get started again. Probably should give it a first. Oh. Little dinky screwdriver. Oh dear. Do do do. So it's fitted. Here's an interesting one. They decided to fit so it fitted a 2.5mm hard drive into cage. Right, he doesn't have a clue what you're talking about, he's just saying yeah. Did you manage to get into LFRs with your dad? Any good dropship? Right. Hard drive. Storage. .24 gig. Give it the cradle a good wipe for the most part. Oh, master. Excuse me. Hey! I think that's how Frosty tanks actually, his manual clicks. Oh, why would you put a bloody screw into the hard drive cage? Designed for quick release. Yeah. So, hard drive cage. So, the hard drive cage is designed to have a little push button like that. So yeah, hard drive cage designed to be a quick release mechanism so that you can swap in and out hard drives by opening it up. Some plum decided that they were going to put screws in it as well. Now, on the inside of the cage, get little holes that line up with the holes on the hard drive so you don't need to use screws. Anyway. Between cable management, the dust that was in this thing, it doesn't really hold up for much for hope. Follow me, follow me. There's one of the guys in Discord. Leave your home and family. Oop. It's a bit minging again. Let's turn that inside. Oh man. Right. Squeechy squeezy. La di da. Yeah. Seagate Barracuda ST 1000 DM0. Pretty sure that's got the cache on it as well. This is the ones that make really good drives for storage and gaming. It's a cheap combo. You know what this has been used as? It was this cheap small SSD with an okay sized hard drive. So the SSD was its boot drive and this would have been its gaming drive. What I need to do though at some point is completely purge it because I don't have a clue what's on any of this stuff. Let's grab my nuts before they end up on the floor again. Put them in the little cage. Is that a blueprint? Hold it that way, we'll go that way, go that way. Right, that's the hard drive cleaned. We've cleaned the hard drive, the SSD, CPU, motherboard, GPU, cooler. They did have a little Wi-Fi card in it as well, the random bonus part, so that was interesting. Not quite sure why. Like you would go with wired gaming unless they couldn't run an RG45 round the house for some unknown reason. I really should have looked in there. Power leads. Molex. That's peripheral power. Molex. So there's two cables missing from this. I'm never going to be able to get. Well, I could go and buy them off the website, like you can buy these new. You're not meant to strip out safety cages and all the rest of it on these, however, I think this one's got an exception to the rule. It really needs it. I'm not going in about the entire guts of it, we'll just take out screws around the top. Yeah, it is. So I'm not taking out the ability to actually remove all the components, just the caging That allows the fan to sort of move around a little so that we can get the best part in. Whoop whoop. Blew its end. It comes straight off. Oh, good bread. We're going to get the power nozzle on in a second and give it a good fucking scoosh through. And a good clean on the inside. Formula 1 race car. The fan spinning in case anybody's wondering. Omega seems to have went really quiet. Is that because you got mounted? Should we be our new best pal Bogdan? Is that what it is? Was that on the Omega part or on... Curiosity came on and go, hey you guys. You can just imagine him coming on going, oh sweetheart, do you want to go out for drinks tonight? Okay, did them remember what way that was sitting? I think it really makes a huge difference. However, what have you got to wind back and tell me? So the power cables come out of this side here, and then we've got the cagey bit. Was it the branding that way, that way, that way, or that way? It's like Chinese fucking throwing stylus. So 1, 2, 3 or 4. Going north. Look, this is even fucking worse. Oh, that one then, the one that's on. Fucking going north. Next they'll be shouting, go west, like you did before, go west. Whoop. See what I started? It's great. Everybody loves a bit of conga. But MD's got no idea what we're talking about watching the stream right now. We went raiding in Sanctum of Domination, which I really need to move that camera actually, because my big chrome dome sitting right under where we're working. I just can't really see what I'm doing. Yeah, so we beg your pardon. We went and done a raid on World of Warcraft called Sanctum of Domination, and the boss that we were on is called Bainsmith, and there's a little kind of like mini game to it, and you've got to run around and sort of avoid spikes, and there's a little path that you go through, and everybody kind of follows each other, and you end up with a giant conga line. So as we were playing the other night there, and I'm raiding, I decided to go everybody conga, na 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 na, na 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 na. Halfway through it, other people started joining in and end up stuck in people's heads for the rest of the week. And guess what? It's not over yet. We're back there in 3 weeks' time. We're trying it on heroic. Still not on normal. Thought we finished the raid off, we're doing that on Monday. You know, the interesting one is look, I know that not everyone's watching the stream that's on my Discord right now. Only some of them is. And we're having a full-blown conversation. Like, they're having a conversation with me, they're watching the stream, I'm replying back to them. There's a bit of a time delay, but it's not too bad. Works out not too bad at all. However, I'm pretty sure there's folks sitting in that Discord channel that, why do they keep busting out with random statements? Like, nobody's been saying anything for the last 5 minutes. And then all you get is Matty going, everybody come get na 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 na, and the other cunts in the Discord sounding like, that's like these fucking marbles. Just pointing that out. We go. So the power supply was a Corsair TX 750M. The M means it was designed more for being a modular or a micro. There's only got a few ports on it. On the back panel. So it doesn't have a lot of power outages. Let's just check our power supplies. Corsair, there we go. Paid roughly about £55 I worked this out at. That's the power supply. Now we can actually look at the picture and work out if Matty was right. So there's the picture from the website. Going. I don't think it's going the same way twice, to be honest. So in this one, you've got the big donkey lead coming out, and that's facing forwards. There's the donkey lead there, and it's facing backwards. Donkey lead, and it's facing down to the front again. So a couple of different methods to it. Hang on. So it's either coming that way or it's going that way. You know something? I get the logic of why you'd fit it that way. It should come this way, because when you fit into the case, if you do put it up the way, you never would fit it up the way though. But if you did, you'd read it this way. So next time, we don't listen to Matty. Yeah, that's the way I meant. That's what I said. Just you weren't listening. I was listening. Look, bearing in mind, this is all recorded. We can go back and listen to it later if you want. We can watch an action replay of it and go, see, you were right. We did say it wrong. But I use confirmation by accuracy. Has anybody seen Nog today actually? Just out of pure curiosity. Is he? Ah. Tell him he needs to do the / role update in the role assignment channel. Need to also figure out why it's not working for Zenir. Is he? Right, that's all done. That was nice, that. I wonder if this has detected that I'm streaming. It has, it has! I want to change that then. Discord. Where's the roles? Server boost, no. Server settings, that's the one. Roly poly. Want to move. That one, so it actually sits. Yeah. So that then changed it to Twitch streamer. And if we rename it, rules. Where is the role? Edit. Live on Twitch. So that changes the show when we're live on Twitch. Ta-da. Just try to glance over at what's good said on Discord. Is that Nox running about helping you? Matty's got a new tour guide. I'll give these cables a little bit of a clean up. With all this crap that's on them. I need to find a box for this power supply, although we'll probably be using this actually very shortly. I don't know what I'm going to do with that case because it's a bit manky, a bit grummy, a bit brummy. That into that and that can go that and winding it round and around and around. Those shitty cable ties that we had earlier. So you really shouldn't use non-reusable cable ties because they're a pain in the backside. Nice, he's at 240 already. Not belong he's coming raiding with us. It's chill, mellow music, but it's pretty cool actually. Bit high tempo, bit mellow, bit high tempo again. So the cable ties that I'm using, these were ones from earlier, so he's kind of doing again. Sorry. These are ones that we're taking out the case. So we're recycling. I know it only cost a couple of pennies, but you can salvage parts and reuse them now, why wouldn't you? Right, that's a Molex cable, that's a Type 4 from Corsair. Right, so that's the cables. We've then got the donkey lead. To work out why we call it the donkey lead. He always calls me that. Oh, that's quite cool. This is one of the ones that was splittable. Oh dearie me. Matty's got to be in the bad books in a second. Right, I'm going to use... No. Use a twisty on this one. So this is the CPU power, which is Splinty 2, and it's a 2x4 block, which gives you an 8, which is the EPS pin on this one. Have it. Not going to be big enough. Go around the donkey lead. No. Doesn't want to go around the donkey lead. Too chunky. And go for 3 coils rather than 4. Power supply done. Right. Right. These are our spare leads. Well, not spare leads. It's a power lead, which has got a LED controller. I've got absolutely no idea of why this has got so many leads to it. That's a SATA cable. Which, that was the Zeus lead. Oops, I just fell. And that's also an Asus. Interestingly enough, it was supplied by MSI. Motherboards, when they get shipped, normally come with 2 SATA cables, which there's 2 there. But those were both made by Asus. So MSI potentially using Asus cables. Custom port for Asus might be quite bad too. What I'm led to believe, however I've never had to deal with them. Right. I this cable to get a little wipe. I'm going to put all these as one bundle, all these cables. Loosely bundle that one. And same with this one. Leave the siders, they're separate. This is all the RGB addressable stuff. And we've got cable tie left. Oh, we did. Where did I put it? I was sure I didn't have cable tie. Hello, cable tie. Where did you go? Aha! Shine under Lazy Susie. This is for all the addressable RGB fans, so we'll keep them all together. Put that together, put all that together into that little tray. I'll label that up later. So for anybody that's wondering what I'm doing off stream right now, I've got a little tray. These are over on my side wall. I keep all my parts together so that we don't get things lost or mixed up. That's going into slot number 1 on column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 5 is the MSI. There's the propylene alcohol, get rid of that. We'll bring back all the parts in a second. You can have a look at them, you can decide what you think of them once we finish hiding the bench. See the cables down in that bottom right one bundle. They're all the same data transfer, those ones. You get different ones though. You need to watch if you're buying SATA cables that you buy the ones that are rated either 3 or 6 gig transfer for what you're using with kind of domestic desktop PCs. Right. With that nozzle 1, nozzle 2. Marty, time check. I was not asking for the time. Ah, that's good. My plan was to stop streaming at 10:30. So that was very good timing. You'd have thought I'd have planned that. Might need to give that little filter a clean out later. Bundle that into the box along with the power lead. If MD's thinking about cleaning out PCs at any point, don't use a Hoover. Try and avoid using cans of compressed air. They're not very powerful. Also, they're not good for the environment. Get yourself something like this. Get them on Amazon. That one's for the warehouse. Nothing wrong with it. It's brand new and just had been opened. That was the only thing. Get rid of my rubbish. Right then, round down of parts. So we have the GPU. We have a hard drive and SSD combo. I'll go to transition the screen over. We'll see these as we put them out. Second. So GPU, hard drive, SSD. The motherboard, from MSI, along with the IO Shield, because they're cheapskates and don't want to fit it. It had a wireless TP-Link adapter in it, that PCI 1 fitted into. AMD cooler. The processor was a Ryzen 5. Got to write these on the board. I've got a little whiteboard beside. Take off sweaty gloves. Right. Boom, boom. So, what do we have? No mouse. Oh dear. I've got plenty of extra slides. Back and forward, back and forward. Right, so we'll start from the beginning. So, I also know the case, but I'm putting it. What's it? So the CPU. Oh, it's still on here actually. CPU was an AMD Ryzen, the Ryzen 5 3600X. A stock cooler. However, wasn't the right cooler for it. Somebody tell him that I say night, and also tell him hope he's feeling a lot better, and that if he's coming to raid tomorrow to sign up. The AMD, it's the Wraith cooler that this had. That's the Wraith cooler. The little black ones is there's a Wraith cooler as well, but this is the Prim, whereas the little one that it should have came with is a Fire. That process just appeared. Yep, my fault. Wraith. We are Prism. Kill it. There's some other parts in it that we check out at some. Other. Motherboard is MSI B450 chipset. Current chipset is the B550 or the X5 700 was the last one. There's the new one came after it. The gaming. He's muted himself. Somebody tell Matt he's muted. See? Well, I fucking... That's the motherboard. RAM or memory. For anybody that doesn't know, RAM is actually an abbreviation. Does anybody want to take a hazardous guess without using Google what RAM is? And not knock, because he should definitely know what memory is. RAM, what the abbreviation RAM is. Actually, the abbreviation RAM actually stands for something. That is way off. You can tell somebody's about to go and look at Google. So RAMs, yep, RAM stands for Random Access Memory. It's the so whenever your computer's running, it's trying to draw like random memory for things like applications. So browser pages, it don't need to like, store data, but it needs to grab chunks of information for short periods of time. That's where RAM comes in. So the one that this has was Corsair's Vengeance. RGB. Uh, 2 by 8 gigabyte. And it has latency on it. 3200. 3200. PL. SSD. There's an adapter. That little one over there. It's the SU6. Good. It's actually a reasonably decent little boot drive. And then the hard drive. Disk. Good. Barracuda. You get different series, obviously you get so one's the Barracuda series. You get the likes of the Fire something. I can't remember the full name to it now. You get Barracuda. One. Terabyte. That one. GPU. And remember what GPU we had in it? Matt is in trouble. case. There's a Cooler Master. Is it the A1? The name for this fucking thing. I don't remember. Right, it's Cooler Master Key. Yes, you. Or yeah. EX 750M. Network. E. TP-Link. $300 egg. Right. So for anybody interested, I know this is boring, right? But that there is a list of all the parts. The reason I've written them down is because we will go back and put all this stuff back into the case once it's completed. But I need to know what came out of it before we put it back in, because we've got a lot of parts. So CPU is an AMD Ryzen 5 3600X. Cooler, which was the AMD Wraith Prism. Motherboard is MSI B450. Ooh, what was that? What happened? I heard ding. Somebody click follow. Who was it? Oh, what is it? Will? Sorry, I can't really read this at a distance. Thanks for the follow, man. We're just finishing off. We're going through cleaning parts out. We do more. We also will be streaming playing World of Warcraft. I run a guild and guys are on Discord yapping away in my ears. But yeah, so the parts that we've taken out, that's just to finish off, is the MSI B450 Gaming Plus Max. That's all been cleaned up after getting all the fucking shit out of it. It was honking. Memory Corsair Vengeance RGB, and it was 2 sticks at 8, which was 3200 MHz. Castlevania 16 is really good for bottom line gaming. It had a combo of an SSD and a hard drive, which was the SU3600, and the capacity of it is a 240 gig. So it's a small one, but it works really well as a boot drive and for the operating system. A 4 looks like an 8. There we go. The hard drive disk was the Seagate Barracuda 1TB. It's got cache on it. It's really good for quickly picking up. GPU is a PowerColor RX 5600 XT, which is the 8 gig, and is the Red Dragon. We're going to bench test all this stuff actually at some point. We've got the test bench. The next stream will be getting this onto the test bench to check it. Case, Coolmaster, power supply, Corsair RX, TX 750M, and a network card. Network card I'm not bothered about. We'll not be putting that back in. We'll keep that for a later project if anybody ever needs it. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this evening's stream. It taken us a bit of time to get underway. The reason being is because we had to sort out a lot of technical issues. However, for the people that are on Discord yapping away in my lugs constantly, thank you for supporting my stream. Thank you for coming along. I really plan and really hope to have a streaming rig set up very soon so that we can stream raiding and doing all the rest of the stuff as a guild. That way we can form some good memories. You can watch back at the hilarities that I get up to. The things that you don't hear me saying on Discord because I'm muted and the folk that stream get to hear. You already know that you listen, so I'll make sure I don't use your name on anything anymore. For those that are new to my stream, thanks for coming along. It's only about my third stream in. I did stream previously under a totally different band, but we decided that we're going to give it a new go under Artificer Skills because, well, I kind of do a bit of everything. I don't just game, part around with computers. There's lots of stuff in here. I do like World of Warcraft. So thanks for the follows. If you haven't already and you're sitting around in the background, hit the follow button. And if you have anything you'd like to add in comments, send me messages, I'll catch up with them. Or hopefully the Discord link what's on the channel, you can join our Discord. Just bear in mind it is based around the World of Warcraft and it is a guild one, but I don't see a point in setting up a separate one. Come along, come say hi if you enjoy the content. Anyway, thank you all and hopefully we will catch you I would say on Monday for raiding, but the streaming rig's not going to work.